And welcome back to Littles by Lira. Today we're going to make a rustic Christmas ornament using Dollar Tree supplies. So to begin, you're going to want to get a styrofoam ball. Dollar Tree carries them. I think I got these though at Hobby Lobby at the end of the season last year on clearance. You're going to want to get some of the red and black gingham checked ribbon, also from the Dollar Tree. And you're going to cut 9.5 inch pieces. Of course, this depends on the size of the ball that you are using. You can go bigger, you can go smaller. Hey man, you can even use the little tiny ping pong balls or eyeballs that they're currently selling at Dollar Tree right now. You choose, it's all yours. And you don't have to use the gingham ribbon if you don't want to. You can also use whatever ribbon you so desire. To start, after I cut my pieces of ribbon, I have my styrofoam ball and I have some of these little tiny dressmaker's pin. So you can get them at Walmart. I think it's like $2.88 for a 100-pack. They last forever. We will be using hot glue and different ribbons and twine or twine. So if you are concerned about the pins and small children, just use the hot glue. But when all is said and done, the pins should all be covered up with the hot glue and the different foliage that we're going to attach to the Christmas ornament. As usual, I have allergies. If I sniffle, I apologize. That being said, let's get back to the craft. Basically, I started off, and after measuring the length of the ball, or the circumference, and cutting my 8 pieces of ribbon, I took one piece of ribbon at a time, and I'm just wrapping it around the ball in a north to south to east to west formation, basically just crisscrossing it over itself. When I got that done, I went back through with the next layers of ribbon, and I'm going to use those ribbons to cover up the pieces of styrofoam that you can still see with the ball. Sometimes you're going to need to adjust the ribbon a little bit to get the styrofoam covered completely, but that's where the hot glue comes in. I pin the top, and then I take my 5th piece of ribbon and wrap it around the ball. And then where the ribbon kind of splits and you can see the styrofoam, I take a little bit of hot glue, just a dot on either side, and then pull the ribbon snugly over top of that. This will keep the ribbon from shifting. It will cut down on the amount of pins that you are using, and it makes the ball not seamless. It will have texture, but it makes it look cleaner and more store-bought than homemade, in my opinion. As you can see here, after I wrapped the ribbon down to the bottom, I put a pin in it and then came back up the other side with the 2 little dots of hot glue on either side where the ribbon splits apart and shows off that styrofoam, and then just wrapped the ribbon over top of that, pressing lightly. Now my hot glue wasn't super hot at this point, so I was able to use my fingers to smooth it down, but protect your fingers if your hot glue is super hot. Please use a spatula or a mask applicator or the little finger covers, all of which you can get at the Dollar Tree, just to protect your fingers, because hot glue blisters are no fun and make crafting difficult. So you see here, I am just putting in another pin to secure it up at the top. Again, you can use hot glue, but I think the hot glue starts to build up a little bit too much and makes it difficult to get more pins in, and kind of makes your ornament a little bit lumpy. After I got all the ribbons situated, I decided that I did want to go full-on rustic, so I took the Dollar Tree jute cord, not twine, I apologize, the Dollar Tree jute cord from the Crafter's Square, and I'm just going to go over the center sections of the ribbons. Not every single one of them, although you can do that, and I think it would look really pretty. But I just did 4 pieces of the jute cord, wrapping them around the circumference of the ball just to give it some visual texture. I hot glued at the top and at the bottom, and I'm just going to wrap those 4 pieces of cord around. I will keep it mostly on the spool and just trim it down as I need it. Again, this is going to help keep the ball from getting, well, the ornament from getting super lumpy, and it'll just be nice and smooth and I think kind of rustic-y chic, if that's even a aesthetic. But hey, if it's not, let's go with it, guys. Rustic-y chic it is. Thumbs up if you agree. So I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me cover the entire ornament with the jute cord. I just want to give you an idea. Once that's done though, I grab a little lighter and I'm just going to burn off all of the fuzzies that the jute cord has. If you don't feel comfortable doing this step, don't do it. But to date, knocking on wood, I have never had my house burned down from doing this. Just so you know. But if you're a child and watching this video, get an adult. If you're an adult who's not good with fire, just don't do it. You know, basic, simple, logical stuff that I know my viewers are intelligent and can figure that out on their own. Once I get everything burned off in as close to it as I want, sometimes I leave a little bit of the fuzzies on just to give it a little more visual texture. I will go ahead and move on to the next step, which is just basically pushing down on the top and the bottom of the ornament to just, if it's a little lumpy, try and, squish it down. One of the great things about styrofoam is it does enjoy getting squished a little bit so that it can have a sort of, uniform shape. Next, I went through my stash of greenery and foliage for Christmassy stuff, and I got some pine boughs. I want to say these are left over from a pick from Dollar Tree last year. I expect any day now, if they're not out already, for Dollar Tree to start putting their pine picks out. Guys, can I just say, pine pick? Not fun to say a whole bunch in a row. It starts to sound a little bit weird. Anyway, I had that one that I showed you, and it's just got the little puffball pine needles at the end. I cut 2 of those off and cut them down so that it's just the, explosion of pine needles. I don't know what you would call it. And I'm just going to glue it to the top of the ornament side by side so that it splays out with like a little V in the center. In that little V, I'm going to put some Dollar Tree pine cones, and I got this in a bag, I think of potpourri actually. So I'll just take those little pine cones and I will glue those into the dip of the V of the pine branches. You can see here what I'm doing if I've confused you. And if I have, I truly do apologize. It is not my goal to make you confused today, I promise. After I get my little pine cones situated, I'm just going to go in with a little bit more of that jute cord, and I'm going to do an overhand knot so that I can make a hanger for my ornament. Again, I'm going to use the lighter and burn off the little fuzzies, and this will just make it look, a little bit better put together and prettier, in my opinion. Guys, I really hope you're enjoying my content. If you do, I hope you stick around. Hit that like button to let YouTube know that this is good content. You can hit that subscribe button to let me know that this is good content. You can hit the notification so when my good content comes out, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying yourself. I really enjoy putting these projects together for you guys. And, well, for me too, because let's face it, decorating for Christmas is lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of fun. So here we are putting on the hanger for the little ornament, and that's it. I mean, this is super easy. This video's a short one today. I apologize, but I figure this is cool enough, pretty enough where you can just enjoy it that way. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.